Our first poet is Enrique Garcia Naranjo. I'm going to introduce him first and then invite him to the stage. So, Enrique is a poet and performer and a pocho from Tucson, Arizona. He is a Tucson Youth Poetry Slam alumnus and a Spoken Futures Inc. staff member. Garcia Naranjo's poetry is centered on Chicano X identity and the language of resistance. In 2014, Garcia Naranjo published his debut collection of poetry, Tortoise Boy Says, which is also available at the back, through Spoken Futures Press. Garcia Naranjo's work has been published by and included in the LA Times, the Accentos Review, the New Engagement, Kunja Magazine, and more. Between reading, performing, and teaching, Garcia Naranjo can be found crate digging for vinyl and spinning at a block party. All right. Enrique, it's all you.
¿Qué onda, gente? Let me just get situated really quick. So yes, all those things were true. I am Enrique Garcia Naranjo. I am a poet, performer, and pocho. What else? I'm a lot of things, bro. Really quick, I just want to recognize a couple things. I want to recognize this is occupied Tohono land. I want to recognize a couple people, special people out in the audience. I want to recognize mis padres, Enrique Garcia y Marta Naranjo. Gracias por todo lo que me han dado. I want to recognize Logan Phillips for being in this space. I want to recognize Sarita Gonzalez, who may or may not be in this space. My housemate Kiko. The homies Against All Authority up in the back. Teray, Chelsea, Isaac, and all your beautiful faces. This means a lot. Two funny stories before I begin. I was 16 when I first read at the Poetry Festival for a poetry contest, and Patricia Smith actually judged that one. So I got to read up here at 16, so it's a full circle thing, right? And the other thing, this location used to be Scrappy's, which was a really dope youth space in which I got to organize my first open mic, which is really cool to be, again, fulfilling circles and prophecies. Okay, now for the poetry. I got two quotes I want to share, y luego me meto esta cosa, esta poesía. The first quote is from Leslie Marmon Silko. I will tell you something about stories. They are not just entertainment. Don't be fooled. They are all we have, you see. All we have to fight off illness and death. And the second one comes from a homie, Mike Check. This one goes, you can catch me with the wind blow, baggies full of endo, crooked neighbors sharing info. Don't you park and peek inside my window, cause my soul is tempted, right? Mike Check. Kind of messed that up. Don't put that on Instagram. I added a syllable. Total. I got a couple new pieces and some old pieces. Yeah, cámetenos, right? So one. Café en la mañana, sweetened by el azúcar of Abuelo Victor's sugarcane field, imported by Apa's minivan, stored in the closet where sweets and spices sit. Ese café is a potion of memory. Stir well and sip slow. Two. Ama Lupe's curandera hands, Apa's farm working hands, Primo Jesse's gang hands, Tia Chelo's janitor hands, Apa Juan's baker hands, Prima Ana junkie's hands, Sobrino Hector's angel baby hands, Tio Pepe's wino hands, Madrina Yiya's shaking hands, Ama's pious hands and mine, all holding lives like notes and waver. 3. I've come to realize my life is the flesh and bone of an ancestor's dream. This weighs on me like bitter fruit on my tongue. It is a taste I've learned to love. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not even gonna talk. Este poema goes to my parents. Y este dice así. Palabras que nacieron en las tierras mojadas de Jalisco. Palabras que forman el nombre de mi tío, hermano de mi abuela Luisa, el nombre que mi papá me dio. Un recuerdo de esas tierras, este nombre de plata y viejo mundo, una ofrenda que mi papá y yo ponemos sobre los altares de nuestras bocas, palabras que forman oraciones, oraciones que aprendí de mi abuela Guadalupe y mi madre, oraciones que santifica este templo de carne y hueso, este templo de caña y milpa, este templo donde vienen a bailar los pecadores de mi linaje. Mi nombre es el canción que gritan, mi oración es el secreto que susurran. Mi lengua, una lengua migrante, es la guía de mis antepasados. All of the words and all of the magic beneath my tongue summoning the forgotten. Thank you. The first time I ever read a poem in Spanish all the way through. That shit's hard. Pocho for the win. Spend enough time in Nogales. Cool, so I'm gonna read from this book that I put out with the help of Spoken Futures Press, aka Logan. It's available in the back. It's pretty old now. It's about like a decade old now. About like 3 years. But este poema se le dedico a mi tío Pepe. The first night spent watching El Mar de Cortés swallow the sun, the sky now black, and the way the night feels, la humedad del mar y su playa, the tourists drinking and drinking, the sky now exploding, fireworks symbolizing the chaos, and everyone who is Mexican, and the worry washing up on the shore, and the drinks of sunrise still being served to tomato-faced tourists, y los mariscos, y la música playera, y los paisanos abriendo las huertas por la plaza, and the way the midnight feels. The sky is still black, and the people are nameless and beautiful, y bailan con su cadera al ritmo costero, en las bocas, masticando comida callejera, and the night ends only when la banda deja de tocar. En la madrugada, everything is solemn, everything is holy, everything is just right. Poco a poco, a new day is born. Todo a su ritmo, y todo a la vez. Thank you. That's like 2 years old. Again, I just want to thank the space too, right? There's a lot of people I'm not mentioning, right? I think it takes a community to raise an artist, so I just want to thank all the community members who have made this such a special place to come up with, right? I come from a generation that we lost our ethnic studies in our TUSD school district, well, the school district of Tucson. We underwent SB 1070 coming up, right? A lot of deportations and violence against young Mexican American and young brown folks in general. So things like this really mean a lot, right? There was a lot of community that didn't let us disappear into like the abyss that is life, right? For underrepresented communities. So this next poem kind of has that in mind. And I thank y'all for sharing this space with me. And I'll read this and then we'll see how we're feeling. 12th Avenue, donde nació el viento. 6th Avenue, donde nació la lluvia. Calle Santa Clara, donde juegan los angelitos. Calle García, donde duermen las curanderas. Ohio Street, donde los muertos vienen a llorar. Hampton Roads, donde bailan las fantasmas de la ciudad. Nebraska Street, donde los coyotes perdidos vienen a cantar. Southside, brown-eyed, bigots and piggies chalking outlines outside. I'ma never let us play past sunset. Usual suspects, brown kids, boiling and loyal to the spoiled truth. TPD wanna see us dead, TUSD wanna see us gone. Homeland Security making us homeless, hoping we end up broken and pay to get fixed. Papeles y programas del gobierno, la tele telling us we pillage and we take. My suspicion is they push and wait on us, confusing us and using us just to take from us. Yeah. Southside, brown-eyed, bigots and piggies chalking outlines. That's why crucifixes erect on the roadside. That's why crucifixes erect on the borderline. That's why black and brown folks still hope to make it out alive. That's why my mom's still praying, always praying that I make it home tonight. Southside, where I learned I was Chicano, not Hispanic. Where I learned love was sweet and heavy. Where I saw 8 police units swarm on a vato who looked like me. where I saw my friends nosedive into coke lines near 39th, where I saw junkies and laughing and singing, where I learned the difference between gangs. Some are brown kids like me, others are white men with badges. Where I saw migra raid a neighbor, saw migra cuff a neighbor, saw migra separate a family. Where babies still selling whips, where babies still hitting licks, where babies still enduring this shit. Where abuelas still pray, where gente still dream. Where roadside memorials never stop appearing, where homies die in our arms, or homies injecting their arms, or Christ doesn't resurrect, where Cuauhtémoc's burning feet leave a path to follow. Where I learned ceremony and song and drum and flower and bullet, where I know younger brown faces will replace mine and my homies' Southside. Where I imagine a kind of city that doesn't swallow its young. Why, I imagine there are no guns pointed at people like me, where there's no cartel, no migra, no police, only gardeners sowing a plot of land for new dreams to grow. Why, imagine a reality in which my friends all have halos, in which my family is not scared for tomorrow, in which the Santa Cruz flows and washes my bloody hands and feet. Southside, where Pichardo lost his life to a bullet, where Jesus pushes weight to make ends meet, where Angelica is raising her beautiful brown boy, where my boys are still raising hell and raising themselves, where my homegirls are still running and withstanding domestic and systemic violence. Southside, where I want the dead beside me, guiding my movement, making sure my gente are okay, making sure we survive another night. Southside, where I thought I wouldn't see past 21, where I am now at 21, joyful that I am here and filled with sorrow that I am the only one here. Southside, where the wind was born, where the rain was born, where there are too many angelitos who used to be my friends, where curanderas sleep and wait, where the dead come to cry, where the phantoms come to dance, where the coyotes come to sing. Thank you. Thank you for that. Shouts out to my homie Jesse, where this poem was written at, Ohio Street. I'm just gonna bless one more poem if that's alright with y'all. This one's a banger. This is classic hits, Enrique Naranjo, Platinum Edition, remixed by Maxwell. Shout out to Max. Where you at, bro? And Raekwon. Shout out to Raekwon. Keeping your name a secret. Cool, so this one, how many of y'all like Calle 13? Yeah, that's an oldie. Oldie but goodie. I might forget it actually. Cool. So this one empieza así. Solo que me enseñó mi padre, el que no quiere a su patria, no quiere a su madre. And I believe in the setting sun behind mountain. I believe in the earth beneath me. I believe in books and streams even as they dry. I believe in small hands, which try to cup everything possible before it drips away. I believe in dust devils and the unison with sandstorms. I believe in footprints left behind like gravestones at the border. And I believe in the eyes of a lover and the silence of the shutters. Laying there, becoming dust and tierra, dissolving into ritual. As the night stars bend the cursive, writing the music of the desert, a tempo of solitude, a melodía for the days that come. And I drink pulque para bailar con los coyotes, dancing to the sand shifting beneath my feet, to the love that leaves my twisting spine, to the swing of gods as my tongue flickers. Creo en lo que hay y lo que habrá. And I believe in the saints hanging from my neck and the sacred wind blowing through my hair. I believe in the holy cacti that watch las casitas of Tucson. And I believe you cannot buy the mountains. No puedes comprar el sol. You cannot buy the sunsets. You cannot buy el sol. You cannot buy the wind. No puedes comprar mis dolores. They belong here on this land of two suns, of two tongues, of too many names lost crossing, of too many words becoming what they were before flesh, sand, tears, y polvo de magia. I believe when I die, I will become another setting sun, another raised fist, another pair of eyes, witnessing it all unravel. I believe I will become a song and a poem and a chant and a lullaby. I believe I will be a firework, a bullet. I feel as if I am an echo. And for that, I will not perish. I will live on forever. Thank you.